Or
What's the difference? Okay. What's the difference between living in an apartment and in a house?
as far as I know, there are some differences. It is more expensive if you buy a house compared to buy an apartment. However, an apartment will come with extra expenses such as monthly maintenance fee, security, management fee, etc. Moreover, there are also more rules when you choose to living in an apartment, since not just only you living there, like no petting or time restriction. Why you completely free when living in the house and can do whatever you want? Thì đúng không?
Không, không, anh thấy câu này nó bị dài á.
Ủa, thế á?
Ờ, what what can be done to reduce the stress of city life?
I have learned various ways through people around me. The simplest way is to ask your friend out for a drink and then share with them about your life or just merely have fun, like going to the cinema, shopping, or go to the mall, etc. And if you have more time, you can go on a short trip where you can find yourself immersed in the beautiful nature and temporary escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. This is also the way I usually do to free myself from stress. Ok,
40 giây.
để tiếp theo thì KPI nào 5 phút.
Ok.
anh đã xong.
Để em đi trước cho. Anh đi trước cho
Ok.
có lực.
Thôi, mời em.
Anh bấm giờ. I would like to talk about my recent trip to Baden Pagoda. It was an experience that I only remember due to the massive amount of visitors that I encountered while I was there. Last year on test holiday, my family decided to take a short trip to Baden Pagoda on Baden Mountain. Before getting on the cable car to go up to the pagoda, I thought that maybe there might be a lot of worshippers up there, as this scare place tend to attract countless visitors on around the years. Not less alone during that would be the biggest holiday in Vietnam, and I realized there were people with flowers and candles everywhere. On one corner, lines of people were trying to light their incense sticks, and inside the pagoda, many people were kneeling and praying with their eyes closed. It was pretty hard for us to even find any room to stand. But in the end, we successfully managed to find a way through the crowd and got the place. However, my grandfather stayed outside as he can't stand on the smoke and lack of the oxygen. Although I understand that most Vietnamese people enjoy going to pagodas and temples during the special day of the year to restore good luck and well-being and happiness. I really don't think I will do that again anytime soon. That's all.
Ok, vừa tròn. Mẹ đưa đồ ăn cho anh hả?
Không đâu có
Vừa
đâu,
đúng
em
nha.
em bị hết pin.
À, ok. Chữ oxy em đọc là như thế nào? Nè, em có đọc chữ đó không?
Là oxygen.
Ừ,
Có
nó là
oxygen.
oxygen nha. Nó là oxygen. Ừ, ok. In overall. Tốt nha. Rồi, why do some people love to live in a tall building nowadays?
I think the main reason is that they can provide amazing views, less noise, and good quality of air. In other words, when people live on the top floor of a building, they feel refreshed and peaceful. In addition, home building provide some relief from the noise and congestion on the stress below. Ở đây là hết
Now,
pin. Ok.
what are the disadvantages of living on a lower floor?
Residing on the lower floors may come with certain disadvantages. To start with, lower floor may have their vista by adjacent building or often spread level of buildings. Furthermore, noise level on lower floor tend to be elevated due to the pedestrian vehicle traffic on nearby commercial enterprise. Moreover, they increase potential for security concerns at lower floor can be more vulnerable to unauthorized access. Những cái từ mà dễ bị tổn thương em đọc bị sai hay sao?
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
Mm, vulnerable. Okay. Uh, what do you think of the phenomenon of people queuing in restaurants for more than an hour?
People queuing at restaurants for extended period reflect the popularity of the establishment and their food is a testament to the quality of cuisine and the experience offered. Yes, such a long wait can be inconvenient. and encouraging for some customer. It's the balance between the culinary excellence and the value of people time, making it a personal choice whether the way is worthwhile for a particular dining experience.
Dùng từ xịn thế.
Không, em có đọc á, xong rồi em sẽ chỉnh sửa lại theo ý em, còn mấy cái từ mà ở trên đó mà em thấy là nó kiểu dễ em có thể học được á, thì em lấy. Chứ
Em dùng ở đâu?
thường thì em
Em dùng cái gì?
em sẽ tra những cái chủ đề đó ở trên mạng á, em thấy những cái từ nào mà hay nhưng mà em phải dễ nó thì em sẽ dùng. Thì em thường là em sẽ học thuộc những cái từ đó luôn đó, là cứ vô là em lôi ra em dùng, cái chủ đề đó là em lôi ra em dùng, công việc nó sẽ như vậy.
Ok, lần sau em cũng sẽ làm thế.
Tại vì cái lần trước em đi thi á, là em không có học thuộc gì hết đó, ý là em chỉ học cái tác hai thôi, xong rồi
Ừ.
em vô á, là em thấy là em gặp giám khảo là em sẽ bị
Nhớ.
kiểu như là bị ngợp cái bác một với cái bác ba. Ờ, tức là em bị sợ á, em bị run đó,
Ừ.
nên là em lần này em rút kinh nghiệm là có gì mà có thể học thuộc được thì em sẽ học thuộc, ý là không phải học thuộc văn mẫu nhưng mà cái gì có thể thuộc được thì em sẽ thuộc.
Đúng rồi, nên chuẩn bị từ. Ok,
Em
tới
đếm
anh.
nha.
Ok.
Ok, vô.
Uh, there is one place where I find it all time crowded. The one that I prefer to is Ximen Market, located in Taipei, a city of Taiwan. And as far as I remember, I've been there 7 times, and every time was like the first time. It always teeming with people and performers. I vividly remember the first time I went there with my friends. Our aim was to have dinner and go to the cinema located inside the market. We went there by metro, and after we got to the station, they're already swarming with people back and forth, and it was no different when we get to the entrance. The very first impression was that cement building is bustling to an extent that navigating through the crowd was challenged. When people were shoulder to shoulder, and it seems like there was not even smallest gap among individuals. As we entered the market, we were bombarded with human sea. However, it was not crowded as I expected. There were still some small spaces among the people. Moreover, the market is filled with street foods, and vendors were yelling out for promoted products. We went through the rows of stalls, taking the sight and smell of all those fresh meals, and started discussing to pick one best restaurant as our dinner. Finally, near the center of the market, we picked a famous beef noodles restaurant and settled our dinner. Then we went for a walk around this noisy and crowded place. It turns out to be not as bad as I expected. There were numerous aesthetic boutiques and performers distributed even in every corner of the market. Finally, we finished our movie and went home. To be honest, the market was not so bad. Even the crowd irritated me at first. Nevertheless, the market itself was a combination of good food and up-to-date fashion shops, which explained the teeming crowd.
Nó dài lắm á anh, nó
Hả?
tới 2 phút rưỡi rồi, nó tới
Trời,
2 phút rưỡi rồi, nhưng mà thôi em kể cứ để cho anh nói hết bài.
ok, anh sẽ edit
Ờ,
lại nội dung. Cảm ơn em.
ờ. Why do some people love to live in tall buildings nowadays?
There are some reasons that I can think of. I also know that nowadays There are a trend that young people love to live in penthouse, which are the flat at the top of the skyscrapers, because it has a gorgeous view from above, especially at night when the city's uh, light is on. Moreover, it is also a quiet place since it is so high that the bustle and hustle of the city cannot reach. Furthermore, since the room is above, it is usually designed to take an ample natural light from the sun and the cool breeze, which is absolutely different from the lower flats. I believe these are the reasons that makes young people love to live in high places and tall buildings.
Câu này cũng bị dài nha, câu này hơn phút rưỡi thôi.
1 phút rưỡi à?
Câu này cũng bị dài.
Đài.
Thì với cái chủ đề này vô trúng cái chủ đề của anh sao á, vô trúng cái chủ đề tụ của anh sao á.
Những cái lúc anh soạn nhá, anh không để ý lắm. Cắt, cắt bớt, nguy hiểm quá.
What are the disadvantages of living on a lower floor?
There are some reason I might think of. If you don't have the soundproof walls and doors, there will be no doubt that your room will be affected by the bustle and hustle of the city, which will disturb your relax and sleeping time. Moreover, between the modern days, most of the building is quite tall, which makes the lower floor hardly to get any light, especially if you stay in the house all day, there would have no differences between day and night.
Câu này thì 30 giây thì ok. Ờ, What do you think of the phenomenon of people queuing in the restaurants for more than an hour?
Queuing is something quite special, I think. It shows the discipline as well as the passion for what we like. For instance, in many developed countries in Asia, such as Taiwan and Japan, people usually queue a long line in front of famous restaurants, showing that they're willing to spend their time for the delectable food worthy. So, more example for this is European or America are willing to wait for days before a launch of a new product for some brands like Apple, Chanel, etc.
Vấn đề tiếp theo thì vấn đề
Dưới
tiếp
1 phút
theo
mà đúng không? Ok.
có 35 giây à?
Anh đã xong. Nói gì?
Em chưa nói gì hết. Em chưa nói gì hết.
Em muốn chuẩn bị thêm không?
Em nói trước đi.
Ok. Ờ, uh, there is a quaint place where every corner is steeped in history in my country. The place I refer to called Eternal, attached with the historical event when Vietnam found again America. The sophisticated tunnel, where it's not only gigantic but also hard to find, was digged deeper in underground in order to hide from the enemies, since America has far better weapons compared to Vietnam. Moreover, the tunnel was designed for ambushing the enemy with hidden small places and bombs underground. Therefore, in the 1960s, a mass troops of army from the US went through the place and ending up largely lost. Nowadays, the tunnel has become a symbol of victory and cultural hub, where many foreigners can experience the architectural marvel. When walking around these tunnels, you might feel like a kid in a candy store, since you're not just learn about the interesting, prominent war event, but it also serves as a playground where you explore the spectacular tunnels leading to different rooms holding distinguished functions in war. I also experienced this marvelous place several times in the past when I was a child. It was not the least bit enchanted to me as any science fiction movie and gave me goosebumps whenever I stepped my foot in those tunnels. It is a should go place if you want to visit my country. Bị dài quá đúng không?
Ok.
Cảm giác nó bị dài quá.
Không 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 không, chưa được, chưa chưa tới 2 phút.
Thôi,
Ok. uh, do you think it's better to have new experiences when you are young or when you are older?
personally, I think it would be better if we try new things and gives us all when we're young. Since young people still have time and courage, they tend to easier to accept challenges and get over failure compared to the older because they have earned some experiences in life, which may make their minds fit and maybe harder for them to fully embrace all the feelings that new experience give them. Moreover, we young people mean to stronger and more active. Therefore, I believe we should try more when we're still young.
Okay. uh, why are why are some people afraid of trying new things?
Uh, as far as I know, there are some reasons for this. I believe some people have been in their safe zone for so long that even the tiniest change would turn their life upside down. Therefore, they will do everything they can just to keep their life in line and avoid uncertainty. Another type that comes to my mind is the ones that are afraid of failure. They're afraid of trying new things because they feel like they might get it wrong or do it incorrectly, and their mind are filled with negative scenarios that could happen when they go for it. Thus, they choose to quit before starting it. Okay, it's your turn.
um, well, I want to say an interesting place in my country, Vietnam. called Sapa. Sapa is a breathtaking town located in the northern part of Vietnam, nestled in the Hoàng Sơn mountain range. I first heard about the Sapa through the social media. Its reputation for stunning landscape and unique cultural experience intrigued me, and I decided to visit. What makes Sapa truly special is its scenery. The town is surrounded by um, terraced rice that cascade down the mountainside. The vibrant green fields in the summer and the golden of the rice in autumn create a picture landscape that unlike anything else in Vietnam. The Hoàng Sơn mountain range, including Fansipan, the highest peak in the Indochina, as to the uh, perfect of the scenery. Sapa is also home to various ethnic minority groups, including the Yao and Thai people. Their distinct cultures, colorful clothing, and warm hospitality makes Sapa a culturally rich destination. Visitors had the opportunity to interact with these community, learn about their traditions, and even stay in homestay to immerse themselves in the local way of life. What I find more interesting about Sabah is the perfect blend of natural beauty and cultural diversity. The town offers a range of activities from trekking through the rice terrace to visiting local markets at the Hamon and Redya markets in particular showcase traditional handicraft and locally made products. The train to witness the daily life of these ethnic groups and be part of their festival and ceremonies is a unique experience. Furthermore, the climate in Sabah is quite different from the rest of Vietnam. It's experienced all four seasons, including snowfall in the winter. This makes it cool from the heat of the lowlands and adds to the appeal at the year-round destination. That's all.
Ok, 2 phút 50 giây nha em. Lúc đầu nó hơi bị chập chờn. Ok,
Chết
mình còn có
rồi.
8 phút à. Mình còn 8 phút à. Tiếp luôn cho xong nè. Do you think it's better to have new experiences when you are young or when you are older?
You should learn new things when you are young, since older individually frequently believe that they have had all the experience and they need and do not even attend them. Also, at individual age, they get weary of learning and as a result frequently decide to stop studying, even though they may not be aware of it. Another thing is that older adults require more time to learn new things because of physical change, like diminishes eyesight and hearing that affect their capacity to pick up and master new abilities.
So why are some people afraid of trying new things?
Well, I believe that the primary motivation for sticking to their routines is a fear of stepping outside of their comfort zones. They could also be anxious about making mistakes or uneasy with the unknown. Some people may just fear change and the possibility of losing that they re- recently possess. Others could be hesitant to attempt something new because they are unsure of the experience and concerned about the result.
Ok, chúng ta còn 6 phút nữa, anh nghĩ là không có kịp bài presentation đâu. Cái bài tập về nhà mình có cần phải thu cái phần presentation không ta? Để anh coi thử. Speaking, thực hiện những bài thuyết trình đã chuẩn bị trong bài tập của buổi listening trong lúc tập nói. Oh my god, mai mình học writing. Ờ, anh nghĩ chắc mình cần phải có một cái video nữa để làm presentation quá, hay là em tính skip. Em ơi, mic 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 mic.
Trời đất ơi á, đó là lý do hôm bữa thầy kêu em nói rất nhiệt tình nhưng cuối cùng thầy không nghe. Ờ, em nghĩ là nếu như mà mình muốn nói thêm một buổi nữa thì mình thứ tối thứ ba, hoặc là nếu như không ấy thì mình pass
Anh
sang
nghĩ
thứ
tới thứ
hai.
ba.
Ok.
Nếu em
Ờ,
muốn pass
em
cũng
nghĩ
được,
là
nhưng
bữa
mà
nay
thầy đòi
là
thì mình trả khoảng 15 phút à.
ok.
Tại vì phần presentation cũng đâu có nhận xét gì đâu. Ừ.
Ờ, thì em nghĩ là mình cứ copy cái phần link này lên trước đi, hay là anh chờ luôn cái phần kia.
Không, mình sẽ bắt cái phần này lên trước, tại vì nó cũng là ba cái video khác nhau mà. Còn nếu bạn muốn skip cũng được, thì khi nào bị đòi thì mình up lên lại.
Ok. Ok.
Ok, bye bye em.
Vậy nha. Bye bye anh.